All right, so I grabbed Lauren so we could do a quick walk around of the brand new Bronco Baja runner that we have named
El Bandido.
El Bandido, baby. So this Bronco is basically represents Lauren's massive love for Baja. For those of you who don't know, he's won the Baja 1000 two times. And you know Lauren.
Going back down there again this year.
He's got quite a few rings and stuff like that. But this is basically when Ultra 4 dreams and Baja dreams mixed together. This truck started as one of the first Broncos that the world saw. It was a cyber orange Bronco known as number 55, one of the first units ever built. And we saved it from the crusher. And over the last 3 years, it's been turned into this. One of my favorite things I want to show you guys, first of all, you know how we got to climb in our trucks? Come on, the door opens.
She's a door swinger.
So it's basically factory cab, and then the rest of it, not so factory, but just have a look in the interior. All right, got Recaro seats. These are the Sportster ORVs that we helped develop. Of course, you had to have the bling bling Carmen dash in a luxury pre-runner. All of our Lowrance nav. What is that one right there, the silver thing?
I mean, that's your influence. That's the only thing you got to pick, I think, was a handbrake. I'm just joking.
No, Lauren now wants a handbrake and everything after hanging out with us.
That's a good point.
Same transmission as our Ultra 4 trucks.
Yep.
Right? Gearworks race transmission. And you can see all the beautiful work. So we worked with Kibby Tech to do a lot of the fabrication, and then we took it back to Fun Ave Off-Road, did all the mechanical, all the design was done in-house, and as far as the body and everything that you see, and the rest of this and the function is really Lauren's brainchild. He's the guy that knows all the parts to use, how things aren't going to break, and how things in this realm are going to be a lot of fun. So give us a little walk around what we got going on.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it was very inspired by our Triton engineer designed Ultra 4 truck. So, and the cool thing, like, if we were out racing those trucks down in Baja and we were to rip a corner off of it somewhere or the rear end or something, this is the exact same part. So the portals from 74 welds, the billet upper arms, the fabricated arms, the differentials, the rear spider tracks housing, brackets, everything is identical to our race trucks. So it is very much so is Ultra 4 inspired. Nobody had ever done a luxury pre-runner Ultra 4 truck before, though. Like, it just hadn't been done before. Has a 2-speed transfer case. We go to the rocks, we go play in Moab, we go do crazy stuff.
But we're not scratching this one up.
We're not going to scratch this one, which is surprising to hear out of you. Usually I'm the guy that's like, don't scratch it. And Mom's like, let's go tear this thing up in the desert. So it'll get some rocks beatings, but I was set on 42s. I think they're the new 40s these days, and it just gives it that stance and that aggressiveness. And we do have it sitting kind of low right now to drift on the asphalt here at SEMA. Right, hey, if we go play in the desert or we're jumping or doing crazy stuff, it'll go up a couple inches.
How much you think?
2 to 3 inches. So
okay.
We'll see 2 to 3 more inches of gap between the fender and the tires. We did test fit some 40s and actually really liked the way it worked. So that was super cool. But this is my first time driving, other than my Raptor R, which has the exact same motor.
What's in it yet.
No,
don't tell them what's in it yet. We're going to pop the hood.
Okay,
don't tell them what's in it yet. But let's look in the back. Show us what's in the back first.
All right. So continuing along, fuel safe fuel cell, just like our race trucks, holds 40 gallons of fuel. We already are talking about maybe racing it down at Baja. So if that happens, we'll probably, make room for a little bigger fuel cell, spare tire. You got the exhaust popping out, CBR cooling package on everything on this truck. So, big radiator. It's got a tough job cooling this thing. So
yes, it does.
The cooling package under the hood as well is really cool stuff. Fox shocks, identical to what we run on the race truck. So literally pull the shocks off of it, put them on a race truck if we ever had a problem. And that was always kind of the vision of, as we need to work on stuff, like, all the race truck parts fit this exact same thing and vice versa. So definitely really cool stuff.
We got 2 Optima yellow tops.
Yep, there's a couple Optimas over there.
And the powering, so you see the Holley EFI, but this is actually, and we're about to show you the motor, it's a Ford Performance control pack. So plug and play crate motor system. Anything else that we didn't go over before we pop the hood on this thing?
No, I mean, so we have the 42-inch DOT tires on here for this time. A little less traction out on the asphalt. The same 20-inch double beadlock, forged double beadlocks that we run on a race truck, the King of the Hammer.
Yeah.
So exact same wheel and package there.
Yeah.
One of the really cool things that we haven't tried on a race truck is billet trailing arms. So Kibby was like, we're building this super cool luxury pre-runner. We have to do billet trailing arms. So I think that's something that's really cool and unique. You know, we're starting to see it more in the trophy truck world. Starting to see it a little bit
for us.
For sure. And that's what I said. I was like, well, I know how we'll test them and see if they'll hold up, and then maybe we'll throw a set on the race trucks whenever you're ready. So.
Yeah, so Kibby, for those of you guys that don't know, I've known Kibby for a long time. He's done multiple builds with us. The Fun Runner was the first build. The Ultimate Fun Haver was the first build that I did with him. And this has been a long project for multiple reasons.
He did the Fun Runner Ranger as well.
Yep,
so
the Fun Runner Ranger.
That was the first off-road project for him to start learning. But let's
all right, of course, you know, we got the RTR grill in the front, RTR integrated lights. We took Project X FF70s, 7.0s, put them in here and replace in place of the Bronco. So we basically hollowed out the factory Bronco light, tossed it in there. Really cool. Of course, the light bar with the, what are these, 85s?
No, those are the 70s.
HP 7.5s, okay.
Same ones we run on.
So these are the gnarly lights. These are super good and bright, but those are like, make the sunlight come out.
We were looking for a headlight that we could actually, you know, drive on the road as we wanted.
Stand by. Okay.
Which way you want to come? My way?
Your way, yep. All right, so under the hood, by the way, how much suspension travel do you think we have?
This is identical to the race truck. So 20 in the front, 26 in the rear.
Okay.
Exact identical stuff.
Boom. So what we got here, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call a Predator motor. It is a GT500 crate motor, straight from Ford Performance. We put the Whipple supercharger on it. This thing's pumping out 1,000 horsepower. This weekend, we are running it on pump gas. We've announced our partnership with Shell, their V-Power Nitro Plus fuel. We literally drove this to the gas station today, put pump gas in it, and when we transition it and we run it on Shell's E85, we will make well over 1,000 horsepower.
Adam's saying 200 more horsepower will pick up with injectors.
And we're right at 1,000 now on pump gas.
Yeah.
So it's going to be nasty. And I wish we filmed Lauren's face after his first time driving it today. Like when we're driving to the gas station, he got on a couple times. I could see in my rear view. He's just like cheesing like a little kid.
It was crazy. And then once I got to start driving it out here on the asphalt today, I've never made myself dizzy in my race trucks before. And I made myself dizzy to where I almost puked.
Yeah, well, you did it for like 2 minutes.
I've done that in my race truck before too, though. And it made me, I had to stop, recalibrate, and make the world stop spinning for a second. It was pretty interesting.
So under here, we got a Warn winch. And this is a custom filter that K&N built for us. Really cool how they did this, utilizing all the space that we had. You don't really see a filter with this angle. Usually it's flipped and it would go cone in, but they just came out, they measured it, and they used all the space claim that we could here with it. So super pumped on that. It's always awesome when we can get our partners involved to help us, you know, make magic and get the maximum efficiency and power. So, but yeah, man, this has been a couple years of dreaming, and here we are.
Yeah.
Debuting it at SEMA. It literally was driven on and off the trailer. Went to the gas station, like I said, to get filled up with fuel. Came here, and those marks out there on the track. Well, we can show you the video.
Cut a clip in there.
Yeah,
Watch it.
That's the literal first shakedown. Nothing like being thrown in the fire and debuting stuff at SEMA. So, you know, most people debut it and it sits in the hall.
It was my first time shaking down a truck on the asphalt at SEMA. No question about that. But also a huge thanks to Josh West and Matt Taylor at FTA Inc. doing the wiring and electronics on that. We were learning some stuff with integrating the Ford Performance Power Pack into the Holley system, using some of their stuff with race pack, PDMs, PDUs, all of that, all making it work together. And so they put in a lot of hours and work, and Adam Brown as well, you know, with the program and tuning, like just everybody came together.
Yeah, this is literally got off the dyno 3 days ago. HP tuners worked super hard because this file had not been adapted to their controls, so they worked super hard so we could tune it with our HP tuner system. So yeah, just always, you know, these types of projects take way more people than myself and Lauren, obviously. So thank you everyone that made this happen. And
having a windshield, we just glued the windshield in yesterday, but having a windshield today driving around town was pretty awesome. I kept turning my hat around and getting ready to be blasted. I'm like, oh, I
have a windshield.
Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah, we had to have that. I wonder how long it's going to last, but
I don't know, but they're cheap. That's
okay.
$120 we got it locally for a windshield.
Perfect.
So we'll just cut it out and throw another windshield in when they break.
We're talking about when we get roosted in the dirt. So.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, it's going to be a fun weekend with this thing. We just got done revealing our partnership with Shell up on the stage just after Chip Foose debuted one of his vehicles. So, yeah, this is a crazy long week for us of running. Literally, our schedule is 9 to 5, and hope we don't have to stop for a restroom pit stop at the wrong time because we don't have time. So, all good, though. It's nice to be wanted, and it's amazing to be here with the industry, you know, performing, putting smiles on faces, and inspiring the next generation. So, yeah, let's go to some dinner.
Let's go get some dinner.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, go look at those arrow catches on my demo car.